We roam the still, cold world. No horizon in sight. The rulers of old, stripped of pride and glory. It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress. Until the frost stopped it all. Suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow. And with it, our last traces of humanity. We bid farewell to plenty, and for those who remained came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step. We knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Frostpunk. That is actually a really awesome intro. I am very impressed with this game. I have been playing this a little bit obsessively lately, and I was able to beat the first two campaigns on normal difficulty. And then they released this sort of hardcore-ish mode, which, you know, I just had to try because reasons. So, I'm doing the main campaign, A New Home. We fled from London and across the sea to reach the frozen north. On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. A handful of us managed to reach the site of the generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there others out here? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now that the world as we know it has crumbled. So, the basic setting of this is global cooling has like destroyed everything in this sort of steampunk Victorian era, and you're in charge of building a city around this. Let's see. We need to get the generator working. It provides heat and power to other buildings, without it will freeze to death. Stockpile some coal and start the generator. So the basic idea here is that, you know, as I was saying, you're basically just trying to survive in this, you know, almost post-apocalyptic setting, and it's really kind of awesome. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. It's just like, this game is cool. Yeah, I mean, just as simple as that. This game is cool, and I like it. One of the reasons I like it so much is that it's who was it who. Someone did a video on survival simulators. Laws, gotta get this out of the way.
Hear me.
On, you know, survival sort of like city building simulation sort of things. And, excuse me, I realized that I really like those kinds of games. They're really fun for me. Excuse me, I got a little bit of congestion. Ah, look at that, the pause is frozen over, that's awesome. Now, the one thing I'm worried about is that I have had a few problems with this game with occasional crashes whenever I try to do anything in the menu. It is a major pain in the ass, and I really dislike it, and it seems to corrupt any saves that I have for that particular session. So it really bugs me. But you know, all things considered, this is a fantastic game. I mean, the other game that the studio had done, This War of Mine, I also really loved. I forget what the studio's name is, but they do this fantastic job of portraying this kind of, I don't know, post-apocalyptic extreme scarcity setting and incorporating the setting into the mechanics of the game, which is just, I love it. I absolutely love how they do that. It's so cool. Let's see how much are $135 a day. Okay. So, but this really is a fantastic game. I absolutely adore it. And it's tough too. I mean, I got pretty good at playing it on normal. I got to the point where I could comfortably fly through things on normal pretty good. So I'm hoping that this hardcore kind of mode provides something of a challenge, since you know I can't pause, which that's gonna be tricky. That's gonna be really tricky. I mean, not really tricky, but I think I should be able to handle it. But still, this is gonna be tough. I'm gonna enjoy this. So this is definitely a slow-paced game. Yeah, and you know, as you can see, I'm just kind of floating the camera around. I'm waiting, so I need to get, you know, 200 units of coal and activate the generator. I will not have 200 units of coal by the time that, let's see here, it's already 15, 20 some odd hours, and you can see the temperature. So, okay, so this is the time of day, and this is what phase of the day it is. So right now it's work time, so you know, people are going to be working actively in the areas I've told them to. So like harvesting from this coal pile, and harvesting from the steel wreckage, and harvesting from these wood crates. So that's what my people are going to be doing. I start out with 80. I start out with 50 of which are workers, 15 engineers, and 15 children. Now, the children right now can't do anything unless I change laws and allow them to start doing manual labor. I may or may not do that, because doing so is going to increase discontent, which is this red bar here. Now, discontent, if that gets high enough, people are going to get really pissy at me. Hope is like that, is kind of the same thing, except it's opposite. Different things will impact discontent and hope. In my experience, discontent will rise and fall rather easily. Hope is a much tougher one to rise and fall. It's like hope is sort of like, here's the long-term perspective. Discontent is, here's how people feel in the moment. Now, say 1,800 hours is now free time. So now is when I need to build buildings. Now is the perfect time to build buildings. 4 tents. Actually, 3 tents should be fine. Oh, people are griping, I'll provide some shelter. I don't want to do all shelter, because that's gonna really cut into my resources early on. That's not something I can afford. So resources, gathering post. Okay. Yep, that seems good. All right, and I want to build roads out to my gathering post. Excellent. So I just built some houses down, and I'm getting a medical post. The medical post is incredibly important. Okay, oops. What's going on? Something's going on. Ah, there we go. Heating is, yes, I'm gonna wait until the very last moment until I turn on that generator. All right, Hunter's Hut. Let's put that right there. Out of wood. Okay. So Hunter's Hut is going to be very important, because you see this raw food. That Hunter's Hut is one of the ways to get that. That's one of the. It's the only. What do we got here? Wisdom of the crowd. Captain, when facing demands, remember this: people usually look for the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree to everything they ask for. If you fix the problem your way, it's fine. So, okay. So as I was saying, we got this raw food here. That comes in right off the bat. The only way you can get it is a Hunter's Hut. But people can't eat raw food. They need to eat food rations. That look at this. Hold on, I need to. Where are? Okay, so there's. Max that out. None. Max that. Just trading people around. All right. So you know, I need another building, which is the cookhouse, to convert raw food into actual food rations people can eat. Now, right now I have no food rations, which is not good, but it's not horrible, because people are not going to be starving right out of the gate. I can give them a day or so. So, okay, so what just got built here, this medical post, this is critical to get going as soon as possible. Because right now, it's negative 20 degrees. Negative 20 sucks, but it's manageable. I can deal with a negative 20 degrees. Okay, so pull people off of the wood crates, and Hunter's Hut, get them in there. Pronto, oh wow, only 11? Jeez. Sorry, brain fart. What was I saying? I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh, okay, good. So that got finished. So pull the engineers over to this. 5 on that. And alright. So right now, okay, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Medical post. So right now, negative 20. It's cold. Negative 20 Celsius is pretty freaking cold, all things considered. But negative 20 is nothing in this game. Like, I pull up this temperature reading here. No, I can keep that on for now. Like, I pull up this temperature reading here. You know, you can see these gradations of temperature. We got, right now, most everything is chilly at negative 20. So, chilly. Low risk of getting ill. People get ill, they can't work anymore. They got to go to a medical post, spend about a day getting healed. Now, livable, which is, you know, what the houses are in, and the medical post and this gathering post, very low risk of getting ill. Great. I like that. I want that. Comfortable, which is where the Hunter's Hut is, prevents getting ill. People are not going to get ill if they're comfortable. It's great. Now, look at this. I'm coming up on day 2 here. There's day 3. There's day 4. Oh, what's this at the beginning of day 4? Temperature will drop significantly. 2 levels. See how the surrounding environment, the general environment is chilly? 2 levels. It's going to drop to very cold. High risk of getting ill. Low risk of becoming gravely ill. I'll talk about gravely ill later. Oh, see this? We already got some people who are sick. 5 of them are in treatment. 5 of them ain't doing nothing about it. Alright, now's a good time to start the generator. Alright, you'll see this little thermometer going up. Not too much happening right now. Oop, new law. I gotta do that immediately. And extended shift. So normally a work shift in this game is from 800 to 1800. I'm setting it so that it's now 600 to 2000. Get more work out of it. Very important. Do the same here because wood is superbly important. Coal, I think I'm doing okay. Oh, I'm not. Nah, leave it alone anyways. Alright, so I turn this generator on. What's the generator do? Hey, look at this heat area. Everything in here went up by 1 level. But this is gonna drop by 2 levels. So all the surrounding stuff is gonna be very cold. This gathering post, which is livable, is gonna drop down to cold. Moderate risk of being ill. This Hunter's Hut is gonna drop down to chilly. Yeah, I mean, it's not good. It's not good. So I've got to prepare. But thankfully, I've got a few game days to do it. Alright, now. 0600. Great, we're starting to get the resources coming in. People are at work. 90%. 1 person is in treatment. Yeah, see? This is what I'm talking about. Absent 1 because they're in treatment. And that sucks. However, early game, there's very little I can really do about that. I just kind of have to cross my fingers and hope I can pull it off successfully. So this, a day and 11 hours for me to get shelter for at least half my citizens. Alright, that's cool. I can wait on that. And it's important I can wait on that too, because I need the cookhouse more than I need, to get my people homes. It's a little heartless, but it's necessary. You see discontent is going up a little bit. They don't like the lack of shelter, they don't like the overtime work, they don't like that I had signed laws telling them that they had to work longer.
Get moving.
Now we've started the formal work time. So, 0800 is the formal work time, 0600 is the extended shift work time. I tend to ride my people pretty hard when it comes to extended shift. Sweet, get the cookhouse, there it is. I ride my people pretty hard with the extended shift. Alright, now I am technically running a coal deficit. This is going to be a problem. But right out of the gate, there's not a whole lot that I can do about that. I kind of have to run a coal deficit. There's just no way, especially with this as my coal gathering rate. So, let's see here. 3 sick absences. Man, that explains some of the problem. 1 employee delivers 7% efficiency. Jeez. Alright, now I definitely want people harvesting the steel, because though steel is not like a huge deal at this point, it'll be important down the road. Okay, so let's see here what stuff that I can move. I've got a medical post. Workshop, yeah, that's going to be an important one. We'll put the workshop... Let's see, can I? No, okay, can I line it up? No, I can't. Gosh darn it. I like things to line up. I like symmetry, but I'm not going to get much symmetry here, am I? Alright, well, let's just put it right there. I can just get another medical post right there and run the road there. I always need to make sure my buildings are connected by roads. And I definitely want to get a workshop as soon as possible, because that allows me to do research, which allows me to, you know, expand what I can do things more efficiently. It's very good. Alright, now I'm just about up to the point where I can start working on that next tent. I will do that right there. So I'm going to figure out what to do in regards to child labor later on. One of the things about this initial scenario is that you start out with 80 people. That's a good chunk of people, but it's not a lot, and you still have to feed the kids, even though they can't provide any labor. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Alright, so speaking of feed, okay, it says 0. Alright. So, but yeah, at this difficulty, it's going to be a major struggle. I mean, I'm going to be fighting constantly against diminished resources, and I'm probably going to have to implement laws that I didn't have to when I played this on normal. So we'll see. So yeah, like I said, oh, yeah, we got someone who's hungry right there. 2 people who are hungry, and we still have a lot of people who are sick. So because we got so many people who are sick, I'm going to try to get a second medical post. That's just going to cut into my available engineers, though. You see, we can already tell that my workforce is getting spread pretty thin. Almost got enough for a second medical post. And you really, really want to keep the medical posts up to snuff as much as possible. If you start noticing you're getting overwhelmed, you got to respond very fast, because this can overwhelm you, and every single sick person you've got, that's a hamper on your productivity. Like look at this, 33%. Well, I guess there's only 5 people there, but okay, so 80%. Let's see, got 3 absences. Yeah, that's not good. 90%. We got 1 absence now. It's not huge yet, but it can definitely grow into a big problem. All right, we almost got that cookhouse. I'm going to take 1 worker into that cookhouse. The reason is that cookhouses are very efficient early game. I mean, you really only need a single person in the cookhouse right out of the gate. So like let's see here. Like if I fully stack this, at least on normal difficulty, it would take 20 raw food and convert it into 40 food rations. Yeah, I still get the 2 to 4 going on here. That's good. So, anyways, yeah, free time. So I don't want to extended schedule this. There's no reason to do that. But I do need to make sure this is extended schedule. Okay. Now we're in the free time. So people who aren't working are actually going to spend time building, and otherwise just randomly dicking around. Lack of shelter, lack of medical care. Yeah, that's not good. Actually, you know what? Extend that. I'm gonna need it. I need to at least get some food, because that's gonna cause problems if I don't. And let's get as much going, at least in this initial spurt, as I can. I don't want to... sweet. Shelter promise fulfilled. Everyone feels relieved with a roof, even a flapping one over their head. Hope rises. Alright, so see, it went up a little. It wasn't huge, but it was something. That's awesome. That's because I built houses enough, or tents enough to support half of my population. Now, Sale knows 40 of them are still homeless. Now, before this temperature seriously drops, I'm going to need to get those other 4 in there. There's just no way around it. But here's the problem. Look at the radius on my generator. See? Yeah, it's not going to get that one very well. But I do not have the space to get all 8 here, and I really need to make sure that I leave a decent amount. Ah, here we are. Excellent. Let's see. I think... Yeah, so pull the engineers from there, plop them in here. These places are critical. Research. It's going to be the right research. Choices. Yes. Let's do the hunter's gear for now. Let's see here. New law time. Alright, what do I want? Okay, here's where I start having to actually think about it, because I go straight for extended shift right out of the gate, because I need that extended shift. Now, fighting arenas are good. They're cheap and easy ways to reduce discontent. So I can go for that, build out a fighting arena, and put it right... Let's see here, what's the best spot for this? So if I put it there, that will give me the coverage I need, but if I put it there, then... Okay, I'll put it there. Build the road out to reach it. Good. Alright, so when this finishes building, since I have it as a mission now, I'm going to get a hope up, and I'm probably going to lose out on some discontent as well, which would be awesome. And additionally, I'll get reduced discontent because my population will be living near the fighting arena, or at least some of my population will. Let's see, until 2330. Yeah, this is not going to be finished before 2330. Alright, so I can, let's see here. Dang it, I wasn't able to actually get any food. That's a problem. This is going to be tough. There's a lot of mechanics to this game. I've explained a lot since I started. Alright, and there we go. Hope rises. See, the discontent went down a little. That's awesome. Hope went up just a smidge. Man, that really didn't go up much, though. I'm going to be fighting this game every step of the way, aren't I? Up to 16 raw food per hunt, man. That is definitely not going to be enough. Oh, jeez, yeah, that's not enough. I need to get scouts, like, fast. And a hothouse, too. Oh, man, I seriously need to get a hothouse, like, pronto. And in terms of the... Yeah, I'm not bringing in enough coal. Wow. This is not good. This is really not good. Oh, man, pretty much my whole population is starving right now. I'm off to a stellar start, aren't I? Oh, jeez. So I'll just wait this. I'll just wait this out. Oh boy, I could speed it up time-wise, but I'm really not feeling that right now. I don't like to, especially since I can't pause it, I don't want to accelerate time. Okay, so you see how this, I'm in day 3 right now. Now day 4 is going to be here, and then 7 hours into day 4, because for some reason it always happens 7 hours into the day. 7 hours into day 4, I'm going to get that significant temperature drop. I better be ready. And that significant temperature drop, look at this. This is going to last a while. Because this will tell me when there's a temperature increase too. But yeah, this significant temperature drop, that's not good. That is definitely not good. I need to get 4 more tents, and I'm also going to need to research. Man, I'm also going to need to research the. No, I forget what they're called, like the remote heater things or something. I don't remember what they're called. So, but I've got a lot to do. This is not easy. Okay, almost work time. Excellent. Okay, so look at this. Only 3 people who are not being treated and are sick, and I got 10 people who are being treated and are sick. One which is going for treatment. Ah, yes, look at this. Starting to convert into food rations. This is good, but this is gonna burn through really fast. And my coal is not going up any faster either. That's gonna be a huge problem in a bit here. Oh man, so many things to do. So the houses are important, but more important is my ability to continue harvesting coal. And as soon as this temperature drop happens, I'm not going to be able to do that. Because, see, look at this. The coal pile is the same temperature as the ambient temperature. It's going to hit very cold.
Time to get to work.
That means people are going to be horribly sick if I start harvesting coal like that. So what I need, at the very least, is going to be another gathering post up here with one of these coal reserves. So that's actually what I'm going to be going for next. Still going to try to get as much coal out of this as I possibly can, though. Yeah, I mean, this is tough. This game, it will beat you down. It will beat you down hard. Alright. So, let's see here. This is probably not going to be the most efficient route. Shoot, no, that won't be. Crap. Alright, that's fine. Let's just put it over here. So I'll need 7 wood. Need 7 wood to build the road to connect it here. Man, that's 2 houses worth of wood right there. More than 2 houses, 6. Come on, 1 more unit of wood. 7, alright. Yeah, this is tough. This is really challenging. I'm probably gonna fail this miserably. Okay, so we've got... Kick them out. Kick these people. Because there's no more raw food to convert. I might as well just shut this down for now. And I can make it a standard shift. Oh, what do we got? When we came forward after we built the workshop, she said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, but she's sure they're still out there. She wants to join the first scout team we send out. She urges you to hurry. That scout team is going to be tough. Making a scout team, I need to take 5 workers and 40 wood to set up a scout team, but the resources a scout team can bring back are phenomenal. So yeah, it's tricky to say the least to balance the need for a scout team, and the scout teams are actually what advance the plot in this game. Gathering post, do your thing. Alright. I'm just gonna wait it out, collect as many resources as I can, because at the start of the next day, I have that significant temperature drop. And all the stuff that's in immediate range of the generator is probably going to be okay, but everything else, not so good. I mean, the workshop and the hunter's hut, they're going to be okay-ish. Wood crate depleted. Okay, so let's get them on this thing. if I can get that 40 wood so I can get the 4 remaining tents. If I get the 4 remaining tents, that's going to help my people not die. Because this is still 3. Look at this. I've still got 3 sick people. And a lot of these people are getting sick because they don't have any shelter for the night. And that's going to get a lot worse when this kicks in. Oh, I need to extended shift that. Almost didn't catch that. Yeah. And this one, these folks, yes, they have extended shift as well. It causes a lot of discontent.
Night is coming.
Okay.
Put down your tools.
People are not happy. Well, that's not good. Come on, I just need 4 more units of wood. 3 more units, 2 more units of wood. Come on, give me those 2 units of wood. And then I can start working on these houses. 9, 1 more unit, come on. Okay. Oh, good. And I think I'll have enough for the roads that I'll need too. 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay, good. You see, some of these have this little road icon above it. It means they're not connected to my road network. And that is definitely a problem. Okay, 3 wood to get that one connected. Let's see if I can get just enough wood to get this connected too. Yep. Okay, I'm good. Everybody's gonna have a house. That was cutting it close. See, now you can see why the child labor is so appealing right out of the gate, you know? But even after instituting, you know, these 3 laws, I mean, I have to wait like 18 hours after each one. A public house will be good. A public house needs to be staffed, though. But it does lead to a better law, which is this moonshine. Basically, people, when they get their food, they also get some booze. Every time they eat, they get a little bit less discontent. Or put in a positive, they get a little more content, because booze! Alright, how am I doing? Okay, so I'm pulling in more coal than I'm losing. This is awesome. So I'll be able to hit this 200 eventually. Alright, look at that. See, I'm starting to gain. I've only got 1 sick person who's not being treated, and only 4 people who are hungry that haven't eaten. And... Okay, and there is food rations, so they just need to get to them. So it's really the homelessness piece that I really need to get moving on, and you can see that's being worked on right here. Excellent. All right, look at that. Look at that. There's no sick people that aren't being treated. This is amazing. Sweet. Okay. Whew. 1 more. Just got to finish that last house, and then I'll be about as ready as I can get. Look at that. Look at that. 1 piece of wood remaining. Wow, I cut that really close. Holy cow. Alright, look at that discontent drop. Look at that. It's almost gone. People don't like the overtime work, but they're all living near a fighting arena, and, you know, the 3 people that are still hungry, they're going to eat right now. It's wonderful. They're alright. Look at that. They're not hungry anymore. So the citizen need should be gone pretty soon. Hope hasn't changed much now. Good. So in treatment, all of them. So 22, 21, 22 hours. Oh, good. Look at this. So when these sweet. Okay. Now I want to keep this second medical post running, even though, you know, I should actually be perfectly fine pretty soon here. Oh, 2 more people who got sick. Damn. But yeah. Because when this temperature drops, oh man. Alright, here we go. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 days at this lower temperature until I get an easement of it, and it's only by 1 level. So one of the things you learn about in this game is that negative 20 you start out with, this temperature, oh man, that's a paradise. You do not get that one. You do not get that one very easily. It just, you lose it pretty soon, and it never comes back. Alright, so I don't have any raw food, but I got the hunters. They're going to come back. They're going to bring 11 raw food. That's going to give me 22 food packets. That is not enough. I'm going to need another hunter's hut. But I'm already pretty overburdened with my resources as it is. I got to get these 15 people out of there. They are going to freeze their ass off. Yeah, I don't, well, I'll have an hour of good work. Because this is not going to kick in until 0700, and this will open at 0600, so I'll get an hour of work out of them. Then I need to shut it down. Okay, here we go. I want to get enough for a second hunter's hut. That'll be 20 wood. I'm not going to get the whole thing in this time, because look how fast that's going. 30, 40, yeah, I need to do it just before. 50. Now, okay, pull it off.
Wrap up well. The frost is here.
Yep. Alright, and let's look at the temperatures. Look at that. Everything is very cold. Even the gathering post is cold. Our tents are cold. Yeah, even the ones next to the generator are chilly. I mean, yeah. This is not good. This is not good.
Get going. Time to earn your bread.
People are gonna get sick. It's gonna happen. There's nothing I can do to avoid it at this point. But I gotta get to that 20 so that I can build a second hunter's hut and start bringing more food, because I do not have enough food. Alright, nothing I can do about the cookhouse. It's 1 raw food, but the problem is this thing takes in, it needs 2. It can't do anything with 1. Discontent is rising because it's cold within people's homes. Never a good thing. Almost time that I can get another law going. Let's see if I want to, though. Okay. So the public house. Hope will rise. It costs 15 wood. I don't really have 15 wood that I want to spend right now. Now here's always a tricky one. This is a good one to set early. Grave will be kept alive but untreated. Medical post. Hope will slightly rise. Discontent will rise. Yeah, no, it's a tough one. I want to leave that alone for now. So I don't think there's any laws that I want to try to push at the moment. Almost got that 20 wood though. 18. Oh, but I might not want to go for it because the research is almost done, and the research I'm gonna need to. Yeah, I'm gonna need wood for the research. 19. Yeah, they're gonna finish about the same time. Wow, that's horrible. 20. Yep. Okay. And there's the research. Hunter's gear. Good. That means my hunters are more efficient, but faster gathering I think I need right now. More so. Yep, and that took 10 wood, so I gotta get that wood back up. It's a crazy balancing act, this game. I love it, but man, it is tough. Resource piles are finite. Thankfully, the coal is pretty hefty. You know, bringing in 12.6 units an hour, but that's eventually going to expire. Right now, I'm getting 3.2 units of wood an hour and 1.5 units of steel an hour. It's not a lot. It's really not a lot. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah, see, we got 2 absences due to sickness. 3, actually. Yep. Oops. Alright, there we go, there we go. Okay, let's get that hunter's hut up and running. So that's going to be critical. Really tempting to sign that child labor law, but it's not going to do me any good in the long run. Because what are the benefits of... One of the benefits of putting kids in the shelters is that they can actually increase the performance of the medical or the research facilities. Medical facilities are almost always going to be superior in these cases. Okay. So this is going to be up and running pretty soon here. Second hunter's hut with the additional food that I'm bringing in. That'll help. There we go. Okay. The economy. Yeah, so I'm bringing in 30 every day, which means, and it's still not enough. It's still not enough. One person will take 1 ration per day. Still not enough. Oh my. So I'm going to be bringing in 32 units of food a day. I know what law I need to sign. People are not going to be happy, but I need the soup law. And it's not...
New law is signed.
It's not a huge benefit either. I take 2 raw food and I convert it to 5 rations instead of 4.
Finish your labors, people.
Dang it, you know? And look at this, see? I can't even get the full 16 because I got 2 people in treatment. Cold homes. I have 2 days, so 1, 2... I won't even have the temperature up by then. No, I can't address this right now. There's nothing I can do. People are going to have to be grumpy at me for that, because I cannot warm these homes. Not without seriously compromising in other areas. It's just not going to happen. Now, I've been superbly lucky that my people are being well treated for in the medical posts. And I haven't had, you know, runaway illness, because that, more than anything, will bite me in the ass. Alright, so let's think about this. I'm bringing in 32, optimally, 32 units of raw food a day. So, let's do the math here. 32 divided by 2, because that's what it converts into, is 16 times 5. That's 80. That's enough to feed my people. That is enough to feed my people. Barely. Oh, man. And that's assuming full optimality there. That's just not... That's not realistic. The faster gathering is going to help me getting resources, but it's not going to help me with other stuff. Like, you know, this gathering post is going to expire at some point. I'm going to need to build another one over here so I can finish getting those wood crates and the steel wreckage. But I don't want to do that because that's inefficient. I'd rather be harvesting these frozen trees, but that's going to cut into other things. It's just like, trade-offs, trade-offs. Come on, people. Oh my god, this game is like, it's just constant trade-offs, you know? Alright. And I really don't want to wait much longer than I have to start getting a scouting team up, so I think I'm actually going to focus on the scouting teams. Get myself a scouting team up and running. You can tell I'm a little strung out right now with all of this. Oh my god. Like I said, I love this game. It's so stressful. It's in that problem-solving kind of way that I just love. Let's get that gathering post up right now, okay? Right there. Extend the road out. And I'm going to shut down one of these medical posts. Yeah, I know. But I need the resources. I need the resources more than I need the ability to, you know, cure people. Especially the wood. I badly need the wood. The steel, I can manage. I mean, I got 57 units. That's not bad. But the wood, I really need to get this wood out of the way, like pronto. I can't really tell it to not have a... Oh, now I got 10 people being cared for. This sucks. And it has to do with how bloody cold these tents are. These tents specifically, yeah. And I can't do anything about that without cutting into my coal supply. Now I got 2 people who are sick who aren't getting cared for. And that's just ridiculous. But yeah, man. I could kick in the overdrive, but it's not going to do much good. I mean, it's not going to impact these or this or any of the work sites. Just, oh man. Oof. But I've still got to shut down one of these medical posts so I can start harvesting the resources better. You can see why I kicked that extended schedule on so early in the game. I don't really have a choice but to do that. Alright, these guys will be back momentarily. Okay. Well, and this didn't finish building. Of course not. Okay, we got the resources coming in. I gotta shut this down. And make place for this, because, you know, yeah. Thankfully everyone lives near a fighting arena. I would not be able to do this without having that fighting arena. Shut it down. Yeah, and I intentionally put the medical posts so close to the generator because if the medical posts get too cold, if they fall below chilly, they cannot operate.
Get going. Time to earn your bread.
Oh, I forgot to turn this on. My bad. So 50 units an hour. That's going to convert this pretty quickly. Convert 20. So it'll take a little over an hour of time for all of this to get converted. Yeah, and people are starting to get hungry again. I've majorly got to save up the wood though. 5, 3, 1. Okay. It's as good as it's gonna get. Turn that off. Get this on. Only 4 units of the steel over here. That's probably a good thing. Then they can focus on the wood. Oh, almost time for a new law. gravely sick at this point. Alright, any laws I want to introduce? Let's see, so I did the soup. I probably want to do the public house in the moonshine. But the public house
A new law has
is going to
passed.
cost me wood. Alright, let's put the public house right there. I'm probably being a little too aggressive in getting this stuff up, but I want to get to the moonshine. I really do. Because that'll help the discontent, which is showing to be a problem. Yep, there we go. Okay, now it's 5.3 on the wood. Excellent. So the thing is with a gathering post is that it will gather effectively equally everything around it. In equal proportions. So if I have, like 2 wood crates and 1 steel wreckage within range, 2/3 of the efforts of the gathering post are going to go to the wood and 1/3 to the steel. I'm hoping this tech tree, I can finish that up soon. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Oh my. Treatment. Alright, so I gotta take 1 from here and put them in here. Hope rises, discontent goes down a little bit. I just need 1 person operating this thing right now. That is fine. I can afford a single person, especially if it gives me that darn moonshine. Excuse me. See, I haven't gained any ground with these sick, and I'm probably not going to until the temperature goes back up.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
And that's just the standard shift. The extended shift goes a bit longer. Almost got this research. Research. Beacon. Now I gotta go for the beacon. Oh, 20. Oh, that's right, because it takes 20 wood and 35 steel just to build the darn thing. On top of the 40 wood that I need for the... that means I need 60 wood in total. Well, thankfully I've already got a little over 40 right now. That'll help. Nice. That's going to expire eventually, though, so... Alright, okay, sweet. Food. Generator hums with reassuring warmth. We shouldn't take it for granted. If generator goes down, the city dies. Be mindful of cold reserves. Now food. There will be no city if we starve to death. Secure a way to provide raw food and build a cookhouse and prepare meals. Already done. Convoy with basic resources secured for now, we can try to rescue the people we left behind. Build a beacon, scout the Frostland, save as many survivors from expedition as possible. You need a workshop to design plans for advanced buildings. Yep. Cold at home, bad food, lack of medical care, people are hungry. People shouldn't be hungry. There is enough food to feed the hungry. They're all going to eat though, so okay. Oh, these are the hunters, weren't they? Oh no, actually it looks like it was the people working in the gathering. Huts, houses, places, stuff. Yep, there goes all my food reserves. And there's one per... Oh, no, everybody. Good. Okay. Whew. Well, and there ends day 5. Oh my god, somehow I managed to survive this. So the next thing is going to be the sawmill so that I can start harvesting these trees. And I want to build a sawmill out here because that's where most of the trees are. Last one. Ah, shoot! I'm losing ground. I'm losing ground with the medical care. Alright, I think I can afford to bring these folks back over here. Oh boy. Exhausting. But I think I'm doing okay. Alright, almost a new day. Now I have 20 people who are sick. I still have 2 full days to get through. Alright, sweet, I can get the moonshine now.
Hear me, new lord.
There's no detriment to moonshine. Every meal slightly lowers discontent. Every soup causes less discontent. So basically, with soup, it evens itself out. Pull one person from here to start working on this as soon as we have the raw food. All right, here we go. So we got 33 wood crates depleted. Oh boy. Yep. It's not going to impact. Oh, it does impact the gathering rate. Shoot. Oh, because the efficiency is down. Because 2 of my people are in treatment. Oh, great. Oh, and this one's done. Thankfully, I can disassemble it and just move it over here. But that's the last wood crate right there. Nothing left after that. Oh shoot! No, no, no! Get them working! Get them working! These folks need to be working on the extended schedule as well.
Move! Time to get to work.
Wonder technology is going slower than I thought. All right. Come on, come on. Okay. Deep breath, Jason. Deep breath. You've got this. Yep, and see, even just like 2 days after the temperature goes up, it's going to go back down again. This game is very unforgiving. It will, every time, kick your butt. I could definitely use more people, but if I get more people, that's more mouths to feed. So it's this balancing act. The more people I get, the more work can get done, but the more I need to get done. It eventually gets better as time goes on, but it's a major struggle initially. 10 per hour, so that's churning through 2 of those every hour. Next law is going to be children in child shelters, and then right after that, children start volunteering in the medical centers. They got to get those boosts. $1,500. Oh, yep. This gathering post is now defunct. Disassemble. Take everybody who's working there, have them over here. I can't afford to have more medical posts right now.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
Alright. 42 rations. Definitely not enough. Dang it, I guess I'm getting the beacon tomorrow. That's frustrating. Stash runs out, I got this stash. So I just gotta wait. I just gotta wait. Oh man, I just gotta wait. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's tense. It's quite tense. Sweet! Now only 9 people who are sick and untreated. I really hope they give me more time. I mean, because if you're playing on standard difficulties, you don't exactly have a lot of time before the shit really hits the fan in the game. Alright. I'm gonna speed things up just a bit here. For just a bit. Dang it. Till it hits 5 and automatically resumes normal speed. Oh, more people getting sick. At least no one is gravely sick. People get gravely sick, I have problems. Tomorrow will be better. It'll be warmer. Now, each level is 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, here we go, here we go. I'm gonna have that beacon pretty soon, and I'll just throw it up there, and basically be about as good as I can get. Bye-bye. Sawmill. Definitely need a sawmill. Okay. Beacon. Yeah, just right there. And I'll just build the street a little bit too. Good. And I'm going to have the wood to be able to support. Oh, sweet. It's down to 7. Wait, I got food that I need to start producing. Here we go.
Work time. Get back to work.
Going to build. That's annoying. I do need to get this built, though. Ugh, crap. I'm gonna lose 5 of my workers as soon as it's built. Ah! Oh shoot, I've got one gravely ill person, that's bad. That's what happens when people go for long enough without getting treated, they turn gravely ill. Shit happens. Figure out whether I want to risk having amputees or what. Beacon built. Excellent. I need to figure out whether I want to risk having amputees or just have people sit around and do nothing for a while. I think the latter. I think. Out there. That's gonna seriously cut into my ability to do pretty much anything right now. Uh-oh. Okay, so... Alright. He's up on the extended shifts. And people cheer, giant observation balloon soars above the city. Excellent. Yep. Already got the scout team heading out. Over the long haul, the scouts are phenomenally good. It's just a pretty heavy investment right out of the gate. Especially when we only got 80 people, 15 of which are kids. Oh, that happened. Yep. Shoot. Still pulling in more than I'm consuming. Oh, I don't have the extended shifts anymore, so people are gonna stop working here in a bit. Alright, speeding things up. Okay. More important to do the child shelters and then medic apprentices.
New law! A new law has passed.
Alright, that's the plan. I bet the child shelter and then they start doing useful stuff. Incoming coal enrichment. Alright. Speed things up. Good. Hope went up pretty good there. Scouts have reached the lost expedition. We have survivors. Bring them back. That's a lot of people. Alright, 5 hours. They're bringing how many people back? Houses. Alright, tents. Get those tents up. 2, 3. And there's pretty much all of our wood. Alright. Some of these people are not going to be in good condition. People from our convoy. Reunions. It's heartwarming to see families reunited after so many hardships, but shouldn't there be other settlements nearby? The first expedition left London long ago. They had to be well established by now. That surely helped us to find our footing. Alright. Alright, let's go to the observatory. Yep, 36 and lots of food, and some of them are definitely sick. Alright, so I've got a bunch of people now, which is kind of good. And kind of sucks. Oh, things are going to get tough now. Thankfully, temperature is going to start going up pretty soon here. Alright, so everything now rests on getting the sawmill technology and getting a sawmill set up over here. The actual sawmill itself will only take 10 minutes, so I'll have more than enough, but don't build any more houses than what you've got. Look at that. That is much more manageable. Every child's in a shelter now, though. Got 5 people who are homeless. That's what they're showing me for. Interesting. Plenty of very hungry people. Okay, I'll just plop it right in the middle and let it run. As soon as I get the bloody thing. Where's raw food? Okay, speed things up a bit. Oh, yes, law time, law time. Good, good, good. Medic apprentices. John Travis Elders will be able to help medical facilities raise their efficiency.
Hear me, hear me.
Trust me. this is
New law in the
phenomenally
city.
useful. Yeah, we really do. We need every bit of efficiency we can get in these medical centers. See? 13% kids helping out. This one's probably, yep, 20% kids helping out. Okay. So what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Yep, yep. Note of thanks. Hope raises slightly. Okay. First priority is the sawmill. Right there. Every bit of wood I have is going to go towards this thing. Yeah. 6 wood to flush that out. Come on, come on. 2 units of wood. 4, 5, 6. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now I can start focusing my wood back on the technology. And this is now useless. The coal piles got depleted. Oh, wait a minute. This was providing the coal. Shit. That's not good. And we're still. Okay, so the next thing is going to be getting the cemetery. This is, I have to get a new one up over here. Pretty much no choice in the matter. At least I am making progress with all this, medicine. Oy vey. Okay, I've got what I need. Gathering post. hunters' huts. I need more of this. I need more of that. I need more everything. Ah. All right. Well, this seems like a good time to call it. Good old survivor mode. All right. Well, for the uninitiated, that was Frostpunk.